See, that's where the word of the testimony comes in. Y'all catching it?
Amen.
They overcame by the blood. You can't win no victory on your own. You cut your finger all you want to, put your blood wherever you want to put it. Ain't gonna do nothing for you. You just be bleeding. The blood of the Lamb. And the word of the testimony. It takes having to be truthful. It takes having to be honest. Now let's kick into another gear. Let's go a little bit deeper. Check this out. The honesty is hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. And the reason it's hard is because of the image that it has to kill. It has to kill the image. If there's any part of you that struggles with image, you're gonna have a hard time being an honest person. Image is based off lies. Based off lies. Images is based off lies. If it's any part of you that lives life based off image, you're going to have a hard time being an honest person. Let me show you what I'm talking about. A person that lives a life based off of image is a person that lives their life based off of projection. A projected figure is not an actual figure. When they say, I'm an entrepreneur in sales, and they say, what are your projected sales for September? That's me saying what I think I'm going to make. But that ain't the reality of what I make. I could make less. I could make more. It's me giving a projection. So image is a projection. Y'all better hear what I'm trying to say to y'all. Image is a projection. Lord help me, God. What you doing, man? Image is a projection. It's not a reality. I asked y'all, are you living in the reality? See? So if you're living off of image based off of projection of what you want people to see, then you already tapped into an era of lies. Got it, Bert? You've already tapped into an era of lies. Already. So if you're based off of image, it ain't going to be nothing for you to be a liar. It's not going to be hard for you to be a liar at all if you are a person that lives off of image. Because a person that lives off of image has a great fear of what people say. Yeah. What people think about them. And so they'll start trying to alter their life in order to fight or combat what people say. And all of that. A great fear. But now when you live in the reality, God help me. You better pray big. God help me. When you live in the reality of things, let me show you something. You don't worry about it. Because it is the reality of what it is. It's who I am. It's not projected. I don't have to hide it. It's who I am for real. So it's not a projected image that I'm giving. I'm not casting off something. It's the reality of who I am. So it's not based off of lies. God help us, please. God help us, please. I'm that preacher that'll kill every bit of that. I'm that preacher. I kick a wall down coming in it hard. I ain't got a lick of fear. Amen. Because it says that you should know the truth. And the truth shall make you free. So if you want freedom, you better know the truth. You ain't getting no freedom based on lies. Keep living a life of lies. Ain't no truth in lies. And ain't no lies in the truth. If you ever put a lie on the scene, you just got rid of the truth. You just omitted the truth. Truth had to exit the door then. Because now a lie has taken over. And they taught us as little kids, I remember it. If you tell one lie, you're going to have to tell you another. And so now, before you know it, you got a whole system of lies. Everything is built off of a lie. Do you not understand that this whole world was destroyed based off of a lie? Did God say that if you eat that fruit you would die? For God did not say that. A lie. She bought into the lie. She bought into the lie. So let me say this to y'all to help y'all to understand something. Because God been God been dealing with me real heavy about this. Adam and Eve were enemies of Lucifer. They were enemies of Lucifer because they were friends of God. God help me pray for them. They were enemies of Lucifer because they were friends of God. But when they bought into the lie, they became friends of who? And enemies of who? God. Virgins, pray for me, man. Because I'm hot. I'm walking in there. I'm going heavy into some stuff. I ain't scared, man. Not at all. Check this out. This is what the Lord said to me. He said, definitely, if you and somebody have a relationship, friendship, whatever it is, y'all got a relationship with each other. And that relationship is wholesome. It's wholesome. That is the state that Adam and Eve was in. They were wholesome, right? Y'all mess around and you get into something that ain't wholesome no more. You might as well go on about your business. That's dead. You murdered it. What did they do when they ate that fruit? They murdered it. They murdered it. If me and a dude hanging together, me and him, we ace coon bulls with each other. We've been friends all our lives. We've been hanging out with each other, what have you. He been there for me. I've been there for him. All that type of stuff like that. We crossed that line with each other. What we done did? Because it's going to be seen from a whole different view. It's now contaminated. Didn't he say he called it forbidden fruit? So there are some areas that it's forbidden for us to go into, because once you go into them, eyes literally change. Literally change. It literally changes everything. Changes the view and all. So now, where they had an appetite for God, they now got an appetite for sin. Did you see it? They lost their appetite for God, right or wrong. Right. First thing they started doing was trying to cover themselves. Because they knew they had got into something they had no business getting in. Give me some fig leaves. The Bible said they began to get fig leaves and sew them together, trying to protect and cover themselves. See, that's when you know you done stepped out into an arena. You ain't got no, I say it, God help me. You done stepped out into an arena. You ain't got no business being in. You ain't got to ask God to cover you. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't got no business.
Say it now. Oh, Lord. Numbers.
Immediately they knew. They end up losing the position, the glory that was on their life. Y'all think I'm right here, don't you? They ended up losing the glory that was on their life, y'all. Don't nobody tell you when they done stepped into sin that they still walking full of glory. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. They can harp on, don't be judging me and all that stuff, all they want to. I shoot a bird out on church. Slap, shoot a bird, I ain't lying. You go on because you can't convince me. See, I done been in sin before. You can't convince me that you still feel the same way about God. You can't convince me that you still in the same presence of God. Because if that was the case, why I gotta live it the way I live it? I should be still able to smoke dope. I ain't have no problem with marijuana. Marijuana was a good friend of mine. Because if I had one sin that I could get away with that the Lord said I could do, it wouldn't be laying with no man, and I ain't got nothing against no man. I'll be smoking.
That crunch. Don't
So you can't tell me that you ain't got to give up some stuff in order to carry the weight of this. You got to give up some stuff. So if you can just do what you want to do and still carry the glory, well then I need to let the mic go, baby.
Can't do it. All of you ain't go.
That's a lie from the pits of hell.
I know.
You can't do this and live any kind of way. You can't do this and still say that you spend an enormous amount of time with God and you still worshiping and all that. You a lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell. They mess around. Got into something she hadn't been getting in. Lost their glory. Not only did they lose their glory, they got put out. Sin to take you out of your position. Sin will literally take you out of your position. You hear what I say? Sin will cause you to lose your position. Now they was in a place where nothing was missing, nothing was broken. Y'all. Now everything chaotic. They're outside of that place now. That's what I need y'all to understand. That sin will cause you to go outside of the will of God. It will put you outside of the gate. You can't do nothing now but look at the promised land because you can't go in it. Sin will put you outside. That's what ended up happening. They get put outside now. They can't get in. All because they cross lines. They cross lines. It's hard to look at something the same when you don't cross lines. Let me show y'all something else. I tell y'all the truth, and y'all know it. I'm a truth preacher, baby. You hear me? I preach the truth. I preach the truth. I live the truth. I ain't got no lie to tell you. I'll tell you the honesty in it, because I love the truth. The truth what made me free. Let me tell you something. Them jokers crossed the line, lost everything they had, and guess what? She couldn't see that serpent the same way no more. And you know why? The first thing the Bible said that was said was, she said that serpent beguiled me. It beguiled, it tricked me. See, y'all better hear what I'm saying to you. See, once my eyes become open for real, you start looking at us and you got me. And what you thought you were cool with, you're now becoming an enemy to. It's set up to become an enemy. Y'all, play with it, play with it. Put me to the test. I don't been tested before. Put me to the test. Versus I don't mind. They test me, man. I have jokers that listen to my stuff. They go listen to me live and all that kind of stuff and go talk about what I done preach. Try to see if they can find some kind of error in it. Put me to the test, man. But you can bet your bottom dollar whatever I tell you, gonna walk out. You can bet that. You gonna see whatever come out my mouth, you gonna see it, because I ain't gonna say nothing but what God tell me to say. You gonna see it. It gonna come to pass. You can bet it. I've seen people trying to fight the word that I minister.